Right folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Winter Wanderings. I think this is number 5 and it's early part of January and I've just decided I'm going to come up into the Yorkshire Dales again. I've been meaning to do this route to Hawes. I'm going to Hawes basically in the Yorkshire Dales, and I know I've been to Hawes before on some of my videos and some of the recent videos, but the route I'm taking today, it's a slightly different route. And it's a little bit more scenic as this one, and I just thought I've just come across this little stream here, and this is just a good indication of how much rainfall we've had in this part of the country very recently. That's flowing quite fast, is that. So it's bitterly cold and I'm going to jump on the bike. I haven't got any heated clothing on, which is a bit of a mistake. I think possibly I should have put some on. But yeah, we'll jump on the bike and we'll take this road, which I think is the B6255. If it isn't, I'll put a correction on the screen. But yeah, we're going to go into Hawes, have a little look around there, going to get something to eat there, warm myself up, maybe get some soup or something like that. And struggle on the bike, all my aching limbs. Right, so let's get out before this car comes. So yeah, I've had some very fluctuating weather on the way over here. I don't think the temperature's necessarily changed a great deal, but the amount of rain that's been falling has. It's varied from just a very fine spitting, as I think it's doing now, to quite heavy rain. But the forecast generally at Hawes, it says that there's a low chance of a low chance of precipitation, posh word for rain. So hopefully it'll perk up a little bit as I get a bit closer, although the clouds up ahead don't seem to indicate that. So yeah, I tried to do a little ride out earlier in the week. I was going to go over towards the east coast, and I got from my address over towards almost sort of York side, and then there'd been a bad accident on the A64, so unfortunately I had to turn around. There wasn't much point filtering through because I think the road was blocked off, as I said, because of a bad accident. And then we've had some more heavy rain at home, and I know I'm trying to encourage people to get out and ride on these little episodes of Winter Wanderings, but I'll be honest with you, even I've taken some motivation and pushing to get out. Even this morning I just thought, if I don't get out today, I'm going to struggle to get out this week, because I think tomorrow is going to absolutely hammer it down, and then I've got some commitments on Wednesday, and obviously I like to get my videos filmed, edited and prepped, ready for release, definitely on Friday, and ideally if I can get a second video produced, get one out sort of either Tuesday or Wednesday of the week. So let's enjoy a bit of scenery, and I'll come back here in a moment. Right, welcome back. So I turn the camera back on again here. So we're coming out into the very open elements of the moors now, on the way out to Hawes. Hopefully you can still hear me. So maybe the camera's picking it up. Just over there to the left there's a viaduct. That's going to be Ribblehead. In fact, maybe it's not Ribblehead. No, it's not Ribblehead, is it? I don't know. I'm disorientated. I'm a bit confused as to where I am. But no, that's not Ribblehead Viaduct. I stand corrected. hit some other random viaduct. But it's still quite impressive. In fact, what am I talking about? Of course it's Ribblehead Viaduct. God, I don't even know where I'm going here. Yeah, it's just I've come into this area from a different direction. So, Ribblehead station to the right, station in there to the left, over that slippery cattle grid. Yeah, so this is the B6255, and this junction to the right is the way that I would normally come in from the direction of Settle and Horton and Ribblesdale. So yeah, I've got my bearings now. Got a bit confused there. Must be an age thing. Well, it certainly looks a bit brighter. Well, I know it's a big dark cloud up ahead, but fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll get lucky. So this is the route on a recent video when I came this way, and then there was some roadworks, so I had to turn around and go a bit of a arse about face way, but I believe those roadworks have now cleared. Hopefully you can still hear me, because I had to put my visor up, it was steaming up too much. Where does the road go here? Around to the left. God, that's blustery. Yeah, I came for a walk up here with one of my dogs, one of my springers, the other week. I went up towards Whernside, one of the three peaks. I didn't get all the way up there, but because the weather was turning a bit foul. But that's one of my other pastimes, one of my other little interests and hobbies. I do like to go for a walk on the hills around here now and again, or anywhere to be fair. So I think the temperature at the moment's about 2, maybe 3 degrees tops. Very, very chilly, and what with the wind chill factor as well, it's bloody freezing. I'll be surprised if there's any other bikers up at Hawes. Yeah, so this is the road here to the left that I had to take when those roadworks were present. And the roadworks were just about a mile further on from where I am now, but as far as I'm aware they are clear. I certainly haven't seen any signs saying road ahead closed as there was last time. There's a bit of blue clouds, a bit of blue sky up there. Maybe the clouds are trying to clear. Welcome to Richmondshire. I do believe the sun is trying to come out. Thank goodness for that. So this is my favoured route into Hawes on the, as I said, the B6255. You can get into it as well via Dent, which I've done before, but I like this route. It's a reasonably fast route, nice roads, flowing bends, and some nice scenery. So I wonder how many of you that have been watching my videos over the last month or so have been motivated to get out and have a little potter out on your bike during the winter months. If you have, it'd be nice to hear that that's the case, you know, so leave a comment down below. I know there's a few of you that have said that yes, you've been motivated and you got out on your bikes, but only a very small smidgen, a little handful. If there's a few more of you, then let me know. Let me know that what I'm doing is worthwhile. Yes, it took some determination to get out of the house this morning. Took the dogs out for a walk, and that keeps them content. And then got myself kitted up. Just as I was doing that, it started peeing it down. And then, would you believe it, I went to our local Morrison's to just top the bike up with some fuel. And while I'm at the cashier desk, just paying for the fuel, on the counter they have chocolates, Easter bunnies, Cadbury's cream eggs as well. So I said to the lady, I says, don't tell me these are for Easter already. Bearing in mind, I think today is the 9th of January. And she said yes. She says they've been storing them in the warehouse and we got delivery of them on Boxing Day. Can you believe that, honestly? Out and about with Easter eggs already at the beginning of January. The world has gone totally mad. Yes, but I'm sure, just like you, I'm certainly looking forward to the warmer weather, even the drier weather. I'm sick to death of having to give the bike a good clean every time I come home after a ride, because it's caked in crap off the roads. And certainly for the many years before where we are now, all my previous bikes have been shaft driven. So obviously the Husqvarna's chain driven. I'm having to learn quite sharply how important it is to keep in touch with what's going on with your chain. I clean it regularly, you know, and then I lubricate it, but even this morning when I came to get the bike out the garage, it was quite badly discoloured, so I just gave it a quick wipe down, put some lubricant on it, and I'll do a proper job when I get back. So we are now just dropping into Hawes, which I'm sure many of you will recognise. So we've got Kirkby Stephen to the left, Aysgarth and Leyburn to the right, and the petrol station here with the cheap fuel, which is currently £1.41 a litre. That's even better than it is at Morrison's back at home, which I think is £1.47. So that's good. Right, let's see if there's a cafe or something open. There may be one here on the left. Let's have a little look. Oh, there we go, Aysgarth Cafe. Let's just turn around. In fact, I shall stick the bike here. Pennygarth Cafe. We'll get parked up, and go get a quick drink or something to warm my bones up, and I'll be back to you in a moment, folks. So this place is usually very popular with bikers, but as predicted, there's nobody here. Aysgarth Cafe. Alright, to make sure I've got my wallet, which I have. So there, I feel a bit better now, a little bit warmer. So that was the Aysgarth Cafe, and of all things I could have had, I had, what did I have? Spinach and broccoli soup. I'll put a picture on the screen now. It looked disgusting, but it tasted reasonable. Not too bad actually. No, I say it tasted reasonable. That's unfair. It tasted very nice actually, but just not something I would normally have gone for. So now, rather than just turning around and going home from here, I'm going to head towards Leyburn, which one of my regular viewers, little Roger, young Roger, he will know Leyburn very well. 17 miles ahead, it says. I just thought I'd finish up somewhere different, have a little wander around Leyburn and see what there is there. So back with you very shortly, hopefully. A farmer there tending to his sheep. So this is the A684. It takes you out of Hawes, going towards Leyburn, which I'm sure again many of you will know if you're from this neck of the woods or you've ridden up here before. It's the most common route that people tend to use. There's even a rainbow over there to my left. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up. Possibly not. Leyburn left here. Very nice, these villages, when they've got these little greens on them like this. Very quaint. So carrying on now to Leyburn. Right, what village is this? The village of Wharton. Right. They obviously get a lot of flooding around here, judging by these depth gauges at the side of the road. If it was as deep as those, I'd be in trouble. Well, you can see there's been a lot of water on the road, and the fields are quite badly swamped or waterlogged. So just ride accordingly. There's some nice little corners here. And we've got our flashing hazard sign here indicating a left-hand bend. So this is Aysgarth. Right, we're just heading down into Aysgarth. Heading to Aysgarth Falls. Just to show you something. And there they are on the left. Can I get parked up? I don't see why I can't park here, albeit briefly. So those magnificent falls there, that is Aysgarth Falls, and that's where they filmed the scene in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, with Kevin Costner playing Robin Hood obviously, and the big guy who was aptly named Little John, where Little John wanted Kevin to pay a toll or a tax to get over there, and they had the little fight. This is where it was all filmed. Makes you wonder how they find these locations, doesn't it? I suppose they'll have scouts looking for these things. But yeah, very impressive. Right, back to the bike. So it just made sense to show you that, as it was in the area. Maybe of interest to some people. Right, catch up with you again in a few moments. Eight miles to Leyburn. Well, they're unusual coloured sheep, brown and white, like my dog. Six miles now to Leyburn. This is West Witton. The Wensleydale Heifer. Not Heifer, the Wensleydale Heifer. With a random Christmas tree in the road. Well, at least it's not too cold here. It's brisk and fresh. but not Arctic conditions. Which I'm very pleased about. The River Yore. So this is the town of Wensley. 1.5 miles to Leyburn. Castle Bolton to the left, which appears to be closed, or the road's closed. Right, I won't bother overtaking here in case this guy wants to turn right, because there are a couple of junctions by the looks of it. And this is the town of Leyburn. And it's raining. So I may just have a quick ride down here. And see what there is. A co-op. Plenty of restaurants. B&Bs. Dog in a red Santa suit. Let's go back up here. There's a fair few shops, nothing too special. Anyway, I shall get parked up here. Right folks, so this is Leyburn. So yeah, so basically I've gone via Skipton, although I didn't start filming until I got towards, I think, nearly Ingleton area. But yeah, showed you the B6255 going over towards Hawes, and then basically just from there on, I think it was the A684, carrying on towards where we are currently in Leyburn. So yeah, just an insight to anybody again that wants to come and have a go at doing this route. It's definitely worth doing. It's very scenic, and even at this time of the year it's worth having a crack at it, but it's especially nice in the warmer, drier summer months. So anyway, I've tried to do as best I can with it despite the weather. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, again, I'd appreciate it if you could just consider leaving a comment down below, giving us a thumbs up, and sharing the video as well if you think somebody else, any of your mates, might like it. So thanks very much for watching folks, and I shall catch up with you on the next video. Take care, ta-da for now.